friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to do a review of 90 Day Fiancé, the reunion, and a 1-hour episode of Larissa and Colt. Child, we did not need an hour of those two, but let's get into it. So, Larissa and Colt, it's been 2 to 3 months since the whole, domestic abuse and Larissa going to jail and all this. Alright, Larissa has moved out. She is living with her friend, I think her name is Carmen, and Larissa done found her a new boo. His name is Eric. And it looks like to me that Larissa done lost a little bit of weight. So, she is talking to Eric and she's saying that Eric, is a good guy. He's nothing like Colt. He's thin and he likes to keep himself in shape. I said, Lord, Larissa, you are throwing some shade, child. But anyway, her court date is coming up and she is worried that she may be deported because this is her 3rd charge of domestic abuse. Now, the reason why, A, she has yet to be deported, and B, she has yet to be charged is because Colt and his mom did not testify against her. Now, Colt and his mom have already said that they will be testifying against Larissa. So, Larissa talks to her attorney, and her attorney is just like, listen, I am really tired of seeing you in my office. Okay, this is your 3rd charge. And of course, Larissa. Larissa is like, you know what? Colt lied to the officers. So the lawyer's like, why is it that you keep getting arrested, but not Colt? But, Larissa, she's like, I don't know. He is lying to the officers. That's the reason why I'm the one that keeps, getting arrested. My whole thing is, have hands been put on somebody? No one is saying, did you go upside somebody's head, Larissa? Because if you went upside Colt's head, you needed to be arrested. Because usually, when it is a domestic case, usually, if the officers see any type of signs on said person, then that person or both automatic will go to jail. Now, I know that's how it is in Virginia. Now, I don't know about, Nevada, but if there are signs of some type of domestic assault, that person will get arrested immediately. So I just find it very strange that, 3 times you, Larissa, get arrested and no one else is at fault. Girl, I wish you would take accountability for yourself. But anyway, we move on. So the lawyer is like, listen, I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to see what I can do. Hopefully, I can go in there and lessen these charges, So, we move on. We have Colt and his mom. Colt done got him a new car with air conditioning. Because y'all remember, they was riding around in that 1994 Eagle. Let me leave them alone about that car. So, Colt is talking to his mom. And, he is just wondering, what is the next step? He says that, he did not want to testify against his wife. And that's why the first 2 trials, the charges was dropped. But he says this time he is willing to testify. He said he does not want, Larissa to be deported or be in jail. But he feels like the right thing to do is to testify, against his wife. Because he's done had enough. And we know Mama Colt done had enough. So, we have Larissa. Larissa is just out with her new boo, Eric, and she is just feeling herself. She is just saying that she is so happy that she is in a relationship, but she is still worried about, the court date, the trial, because she does not want to be deported. She also informs us that she wants Colt to pay her alimony. Now she wants $1,000 a month because she says that that is what Colt told her. Colt told her that he would take care of her. Now Colt is saying he ain't paying her nothing. He said, I am not going to pay her $1,000 a month. The audacity of it all. Now Larissa, you done got arrested 3 times for domestic abuse and you think you're going to get $1,000 a month in alimony? Girl, you need to worry about whether you're going to be deported or not. And another thing you need to worry about is find yourself a job. So, honey, I don't think you're going to get that $1,000, a month. So, Larissa says that Colt has been texting her, saying that, he misses her, that he loves her. And Colt is telling his mom that Larissa is texting him, saying that, she loves him, she misses him, she wants things to work out. Now, all this texting is going on. We don't know what the truth is. This is a clear case of he said, she said, and there's the truth. Now, to be honest with you, I think they both were texting each other. That's what I think. Larissa was probably texting Colt because it was getting closer to the little trial date. Colt was texting Larissa because it's Larissa. So they were probably texting, each other. And Mama Colt was like, Lord have mercy, what are you going to do? Okay. Now you done said you don't want this, you wanted this woman out your life. All right, what you gonna do? So Colt, he was like, don't even worry about it. I am gonna go through with testifying against her. We are getting a divorce. It is a done deal. Now, here is Larissa. Now, Larissa, she has yet to tell Eric about her past, okay? He don't know nothing about the 3 arrests, the domestic charges. He don't know anything about this. So she was like, it's time for me to tell him. I want to be open with him. So she did. She tells Eric, and Eric says that, you know what? I don't really care about all that, all right? We're going to take this one day at a time. We will see where this relationship goes, okay? Not no rush. I'm not going to judge. I'm having a good time with Larissa. She ain't showed me anything any different. So they had a little kissy, huggy, huggy on the bed. Now this is what I want to say to you, Eric. Run. I'm going to need for you to look at all of the old episodes between Larissa and Colt. And then let's see if you make this type of decision, okay? So I'm going to need for you to get the full story. So, it is the time of the court date and the trial. Colt and Mama Colt shows up. Larissa's at home chilling, nervous, biting her fingernails. And her lawyer calls her up and says, let me tell you what happened at court. So, her lawyer tells Larissa, don't show up for court because ICE may be looking for you. Now, ICE is a federal government that snatches up, immigrants and send them on their way. So, he was afraid that ICE may show up at, the court and snatch Larissa up. So, he was like, don't even worry about it. I don't want you to show up, all right? So, Colt and Mama Colt came out of the courtroom and they was like, Lord, we just cannot believe what happened. Well, what happened is Larissa's lawyer asked the judge, can he have an extension, all right, so he can try to plea her charges down. They need some time to work on this case. So the judge said, okay. So the judge gave Larissa an extension. So Mama Colt and Colt was just in disbelief. They cannot believe that the judge granted this. So Larissa can have more time, to stay in America, and this thing has to get drawn out. I tell you what, Larissa got one heck of an attorney. Is Colt still paying for that attorney, child? Ain't that a sight? So, Larissa and Colt are done, all right? They are divorced, all right? right? Larissa still got some time in the United States to kissy, huggy on Eric. So, that is it with Larissa and Colt. All right, now let's talk about this reunion. All right. So everybody's showing up in New York. Larissa, she didn't show up. She is in a bedroom, got her little cell phone set up. Did y'all see that setup she had? And I was like, why is she in her bedroom? She can do that in the living room with nice decor in the back, child, I guess. So Larissa's not there, but everybody else, you know, shows up. So they're in the green room. Everybody is greeting, you know, everybody. And so Chantel took it upon herself to get into it with Colt. Colt done told Chantel to shut the F up. And honey, Chantel said she had enough of Colt. Honey, Chantel said, you will not talk to me that way. Who do you think you are? Honey, Colt with all of this was like, child, if you don't get up out my face, I went toe to toe with Larissa. Honey, she is a beast. You are nothing. Come on, bring more. Honey, Colt is a mess. Chantel, okay, you got bigger things to worry about, like your lying husband. Why are you even talking, having a screaming match with Colt? Okay, the person you should have a problem with is sitting right beside of you. So anyway, let's get on with this reunion. Shawn Robinson, she is the host, you know, again, she does a very good job, all right? Everybody is there, and who's late? Jay. Jay's late, all right? So, of course, Shawn's like, where's Jay? Where's Jay? Jay finally shows up. Now, let me just get this out the way. We have Andre and Elizabeth. Andre is in everybody's business. We have Pal and we have Russ. Pal is in everybody's business. And they do a cute little clip of the babies. Now, we're going to knock them out the way. They are not even important in reunion part 1. So, let's talk about Ashley and Jay. All right. So, Ashley, she said now, Jay shows up. He's on the other side of the couch. And so, Shawn says, what happened? What is going on? So Ashley said, he cheated on me. He cheated on me in April. I was like, you're kidding. You got to be kidding me. So Shawn said, well, Jay, is it true? And Jay was like, listen, this girl tried to, you know, holler at me. And so, you know, I heard about, you know, Ashley, you know, messaging her ex-boyfriend. So I thought, oh, well. Now, Ashley brought up that she had gotten sick and how Jay had, you know, came back to take care of her, how she dropped the whole divorce proceedings. But after she found out that he out there wilding again, she done had enough. For the 3rd time? Girl, girl, you should have been done with him. But in her words, Jay was young and I am dumb. That is exactly what Ashley said. I said, you sure enough right. Okay, so she is saying that, you know, there is no way they are getting back together, that this is it. He is a cheater. She wants a divorce. And Jay was like, oh, well, you know what? You're not hearing everything. Y'all don't really know what has been going on. You don't really know what Ashley has been doing. Now, this is my thing. Y'all remember those 2 barbers who was quick to snitch on Jay? Well, next week, the barbers are via Skype. And they running their mouths. Y'all, I bet you $1. Ashley been howling at one of those barbers, okay? I bet you it was the barber that was, you know, comforting her when she was having her little breakdown. Either she has been in contact with that barber or the barber have been in contact with her. What y'all think about that? I think so. So anyway, we're going to see next week what type of secret Jay has. Because Jay said that he has a secret. So, let's talk about Nicole. Nicole showed up alone And Sean asked her where Azon is. And Sean asked her where Azon is. Sean asked her where Azon is. And Nicole sat up there looking like a fool on a stool. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Chantel and Pedro. All right, so Chantel and Pedro sitting there, they already done started fighting. And can I just say this, all right? Have Pedro been working out? Did y'all see Pedro's upper body? Did y'all see his arms? Honey, they look like they was about to bust through that shirt. I said, okay, Pedro. Pedro's cute. Too bad he's an idiot, but Pedro's cute. I see why Chantel can't let this boy go. He picking her up and throwing her all around. Chantel said, I ain't letting you go. Y'all seen how he picked up that girl and was grinding on her. Honey, he didn't have no type of urgency. Honey, he was just like, honey, Pedro's arms was looking all kinds of good. I said, okay. So, of course, they showed that clip. All right. Here Pedro is laughing. Pedro had a smirk on his face. Honey, Chantel looked like she could bite a brick. All right. And I'm like, Pedro, don't you ain't over there smiling while your wife is hurting. Can y'all imagine sitting there in front of all of us looking at your husband grinding on somebody, child? I would have slapped that smile right off his face. But anyway, so of course, Sean was like, how do you feel about that? And Chantel was like, I don't feel good about it because he told me that he was going down there to see his family, not to be grinding on some hose. Sean asked Pedro, she says, how do you know that girl? And he was like, she's a friend. She's a friend of the family. She's a friend of the sister. And Sean said, did you sleep with her? He said, no. He says, I did not sleep with her, okay? There was no sexual intercourse going on, so. Of course, Chantel, Pedro, they go back and forth. And he was like, listen, I do not want to talk about this anymore. And then they bring up the fight. Y'all know I am so tired of hearing about that fight. And Sean Robertson says, you know what? Every time y'all argue, this fight comes up. This fight is the catalyst of your marriage. And they were like, Pedro said it's Chantel's family's fault. Chantel said it's your family's fault. I mean, we have heard this for how long? So guess what they did? They done brought Chantel's parents via Skype. And honey, Pedro was not having it. Honey, he got up and he said, oh no. He said, not today. He got up and he walked off. The producers are talking to Pedro and they're like, whoa. What happened? What's going on? And Pedro was like, I'm not doing this, okay? I do not want to hear anything her parents have to say, okay? I don't like them. They don't like me. I don't want to deal with it. So meanwhile, Sean is talking to Chantel's parents. Now, Mama Chantel, I'm going to need for you to get yourself together. Now, you up there trying to do an analogy. Instead of you saying the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, you come talking about Einstein, science, a whole bunch of mess. Now, Mama Chantel, you are a little too old to not know the difference between Einstein and Newton. Okay, you done sit up there and embarrass yourself and everybody you love. Did y'all see Chantel's daddy looking at his wife like, honey, if you don't shut up, you better. Mama Chantel, now you know better. So, of course, we know how this conversation went. All right, they went back and forth about Pedro. All right, about Pedro not respecting the family, about Pedro windmilling in the kitchen, about Pedro knocking things in the kitchen, about Pedro knocking the brother in the face. We have heard this so many times. Nobody is taking accountability for nothing. They are all in the wrong. Chantel's family, Pedro's family, Chantel and Pedro, they are all in the wrong. How are you going to have a, happy, loving marriage when you have all this coming at you and Pedro is still hiding a secret? That came out Pedro's mouth. Pedro says he hiding something. So, are they still married, y'all? I do not follow none of these people on social media. Is Chantel and Pedro still together? That's all I need to know. Are they? Just let me know down below. So, let's talk about Larissa and Cole. All right. Larissa, she's sitting there in that little bedroom. And so, she says that they are divorced. Cole, he ain't got nothing for Larissa. He is tired of Larissa. He's saying that he is being used. Andre done put his little 2 cents in. He done said Larissa done used Cole. Like he has any room to talk. Okay? In fact, nobody on that couch needs to say anything about anybody. We have witnessed the train wrecks that y'all call marriage. So, nobody needs to say anything. So, Larissa says, well, I have a little bit of a surprise. And then we see, Larissa showing, Eric. And that's what's going to happen, next week at the finale of this reunion. So that's it, y'all. Okay, I'm tired. All right. That is it for the reunion. Let me know what y'all think. All right, we'll discuss it down below, y'all. I cannot wait until next week, and this will be over. Okay, I'm just done. So, don't forget, guys, to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you soon. All right, bye, guys.